We look hard, we look through, we look hard to see for real. I am Piotr Werwicki from Poland, from Łódź, and these beautiful words of the Sisters of Mercy, my favorite rock group, again perfectly apply to the situation about the coronavirus, the real situation I want you to tell about. Let's first look at Chinese example. This graph on my laptop represents the number of people who are ill in China at some time. For example, this is January, the beginning of the epidemic, February, the maximum, 60,000 people were ill, according to the official data, which may not be accurate. Yes, and today, as you can see, we have, believing these data, we have almost the end of the epidemic in China. But Italy tells us that we can't make this analogy in Europe, because, for example, last 24 hours, about 800 people died in Italy because of coronavirus. It's really a lot. Spain, Iran, and France are other examples of countries where much more than 100 people a day die. So it's quite a lot. In total, I read on this World Meters Info website that about 1,500 people died all over the world because of coronavirus. So the epidemic is still growing. It means that we are many months, at least 2 in Poland, assuming that analogy with China, before almost the end of the epidemic. It means that we may forget going to the clubs, pubs, shopping centers, schools. For example, the school is my place of work, before May. But I personally think it will be longer, because in Europe we can't apply such brutal methods like in China, which isolated whole big cities and big parts of the country. Italy is an example of complete out of control spreading of the epidemic. So I personally do not expect to go back to work before September. And even September, it may be that we have some residual level of the epidemic all over the world. In Poland, it may be really close to zero, I hope. It's really hard for me to tell about it, because my place of work depends on the end of this epidemic. But again, I must accept the fact and look hard at the facts. The hard facts are that the epidemic is growing. Even the Olympic Games in Tokyo in summer are not necessarily likely to happen. For example, it was the opinion I heard that summer weather kills the virus. Iran is a hot country in March. Italy, Spain are warm countries in March. The virus operates easily. So the summer weather is not necessarily the solution to the coronavirus epidemic. The vaccine against the virus will be at the very earliest next year, because the certification process, even if it's much shortened from the normal 5 years, can easily take more than 1 year. Again, I must look this time pessimistically at the facts, okay? But there is one bright spot. I want always to be optimistic. Young people are not very much affected by the virus. There's almost zero chance to be infected, and again closer to the zero chance of dying because of coronavirus. So people who are my students, 15, 16, 17 years old, are safe as for now. And this optimistic fact should be the end of my film. I always want to be optimistic.